In our Money SOS series, we want to help people achieve their financial goals, whether that's building your own business from scratch or saving for you and your nearest and dearest future. This time we're being given a helping hand by Louise Hallowell, a specialist in savings from Yorkshire Building Society with over 20 years of experience. Hi there, Lou.
Hi Gemma, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you so much for offering your help. We're going to need it. This is a subject that's important to a lot of people out there, but it's a very difficult area at the moment. So we're going to be talking to Anna Louise about her and her partner's savings, how they've spent them, and how they're building them back up. So let's see how we can help. Hi there, Anna Louise.
Hi Gemma, hi Lou.
So we know that we're here to have a chat about how we can help you look at building up your savings. I've got some experience in that area myself. I built an online service so people can invest their money themselves. I also have 2 young children, so I understand how important it is to save for the people that you really care about. Can you give us a bit of information on what your situation is and what you want to get out of your savings?
I was in a long-term relationship that ended 3 years ago. We sold the family home and we split the profits, which meant I could put a substantial amount towards a new house with my new partner. Then COVID hit, unfortunately, and my business was quite badly affected. I'm a freelancer and the employment landscape at the moment is a bit feast or famine. So depending on my clients and the situation across the country with lockdowns, it was very unsure time. My dad also died recently, which has been another thing to think about. I have a stocks and shares ISA, which is quite healthy at the moment, fingers crossed. And there's the likely possibility of a small inheritance from my dad. So I have 3 basic questions around savings at the moment. What's the right amount to save? And by that, I mean, is there an average that people put away? As well, in the stocks and shares ISA, I have a regular savings account and a joint savings account with my partner. Is that too many? And should we pool it all into one pot?
Thanks, Anna Louise, for sharing your situation. And I think the first thing to say is I'm so sorry to hear that your father passed away. That must have made a really hard time just also so much harder. So you wanted to know whether there was a right amount to be saving every month. The short answer is no, there's no right amount, but there's also obviously no wrong amount. But it is up to individual circumstances. Some save for a goal, some save for financial security, and some just save for peace of mind. Lou, can we get some of your expertise on this?
Yeah, thanks Gemma. So I think the first thing to call out is that, Anna Louise, you've got plenty of options in this space, and typically what you might want to look at is 12 months worth of expenses. So that should the worst happen, should your income dry up or slow down, you can cover your expenses over that 12-month period. One of the ways to do this is using an instant access savings account. So that means that you can get hold of your money pretty much immediately should the worst happen. You just need to make sure that you check the terms and conditions because some easy access accounts might have sort of notice periods or a limited number of withdrawals that you can make each year. So it's well worth having a look at that for your emergency pot.
So if my circumstances change, can I just adjust my saving habits?
There's a rule called 50-30-20 rule. I myself like to follow that. So the way of allocating your sort of amount that you should be saving is to say put 50% of your monthly income towards your regular bills like rent, mortgage, electricity bills, council tax, that type of thing. 30% on discretionary, things like gym memberships, clothes shopping, nights out, whatever that might be, and then 20% that's left over into pensions and savings. There's help on the YBS Money MOT page and tools that can help you to do that.
I think the really important point to remember is it's completely up to you because it's your money and you're the one that's in charge of it. So if you want to save for a holiday, you can look at accounts that mature at the right time for you and use that cash for that purpose. Obviously, what we're talking a lot about here is about being flexible because, as you know, life can throw the odd hurdle at us and your financial priorities might change.
You're spot on there. There is that bigger picture to consider, and when you're thinking about savings and how much you need to put away, it's also worth considering what you're actually saving for. So are there any longer term goals like children going to university or big holidays, that type of thing? And it's also worth considering, having those sort of savings in separate pots. I think you said that you currently do that for your taxes. So that means that you can keep an eye on how much you've saved towards that goal and keep things fairly sort of neat and ring-fenced, if you like, away from your other savings.
I guess that takes me onto my current savings and where my money is. So I currently have a stocks and shares ISA, which is doing quite well at the moment, along with a couple of other savings accounts that are ticking over. Is that the best strategy, or should I think about putting all my savings into the best performing account?
It's about how much risk you're comfortable taking to make a return on your money. So, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. So for people who may not know what a stocks and shares ISA is, it's a way of investing without being charged tax on the gains that you make. And your money is being invested in the shares of companies. Now, these do offer the potential of higher returns, but obviously there's a risk that there may be a fall in value or even, a loss of revenue over the shorter term as well. They always say, past performance of these types of investments isn't a guide to future performance, and they can't be relied upon. So there is a level of uncertainty that's there, but these aren't your only option though. So Lou, do you want to run through some other options?
We talked a bit about instant access. We've talked a little bit about ISAs. I think the other thing to think about is fixed rate bonds and fixed rate ISAs. So these are products whereby you're essentially trading off access to your money for a better rate of interest. So if you've got cash that, savings that you don't need access to, and you're comfortable that you've got sufficient in your sort of emergency pot, then this can be a really good way of I guess getting a slightly better return on your savings, but it does mean that you're tying them up for a period, typically 1, 2 or 3 years. There are longer terms that you can find in the market. Think about what you're saving for, what your objectives are, and have a look at the rates that are out there. And if in doubt, speak to an independent financial advisor. One other thing you might want to consider is saving with a building society. Because they don't have shareholders, any profits that they make go back into the running of the society itself for the benefit of its members. So that can be in things like the rate of interest that you get paid on your savings account or on your mortgage, the charitable giving that they undertake, or the services they provide. So it's well worth having a look at also.
I'm pretty sure that I made the right decision with my savings so far, and it's really good to have some validation of that.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you so much, Anna Louise. That'll be really helpful to the people watching who will also have had the same questions that you had. And also, Lou, thank you so much for your help and your expertise.
Oh, no problems, anytime. Thank you.
And to everyone that's watching, if you want any help or feel like you could use some more financial information, please drop us an email. Thanks very much. Bye.